Hello traders, good evening, it's Mr. Joseph Trades. Thank you for joining me here for my daily performance summary on April the 2nd, 2025. Hard to believe, only 2 days left in the week. Let's get right into it. Let's see, we're starting with TradeZilla. I'm only showing the results of my funded accounts in TradeZilla. At the end of the video, I'll show you how I did with everything today, but you got to stick around till the end. But for now, we see that I had a profit of 607.88. Only took 2 trades. Right now, I have 3 funded accounts. I took 2 trades on each of those, so that's 6 total. Won both of them, so very good performance there. Again, this week is off to a really good start. If you count the beginning of last week, which was 133, and then the past 2 days, we're putting together a pretty solid week. So 100% win rate, making nice steady gains every day on my funded accounts, and that's my goal. And I'm adding to those funded accounts. I'll get to that in a little while, but things are going according to plan. I had a friend who gave me a talking to last week, and he reminded me that I don't need to trade the whole session, that looking at my stats, I can see when my weak times of the day are. So since then, I've been focusing on the times of day I do best and only my best signals, and so far that's paid off. Still have some things to work on, namely letting my winning trades ride all the way to their take profit. Sometimes I still want to get out early, and that's something I need to correct so that when I'm on the right side of the market, I can take full advantage and extract the most capital. Because when you're right, you have to get everything you can. Don't want to be greedy, but I do have a generally good idea where things are going to go to, and I just need to trust that analysis and let the price get there if that's what's going to happen. So anyway, now let's go to the charts here. This is the 4-hour time frame. You can see we're still in a downtrend on the 4-hour. This is the EMA on the 4-hour. Let's see. So today we before the market, we sort of had a sweep of sell side liquidity, and am I looking at that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then today during the session, we had a nice bullish push. It actually, part of this candle was the opening of the day, so you'll notice when we get into more detail, there was a down move and then an up move. And so it was some good price action again today. Price moved very cleanly. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. You'll see what I'm talking about. So this is the opening candle of the day. This is a 15-minute candle. You'll see that there was a big bullish impulse, and then price ground up, and then it had a retracement to the VWAP, and it ended up the session pushing and reclaiming the buy side liquidity of this swing high. And so it was pretty clean price movement today. If we look at the 5-minute chart, had several signals that really did well. I think today I set a record on my signals that I keep data of. This is the first time today when I've done my review. These signals here, I had 11 of them. 10 out of 11 were profitable. That's over a 90% success rate. And if the rules were followed 100% and every trade was taken, would have gotten over 500 points with these signals. Now, I didn't take all of these signals, but just goes to show you what can be accomplished and what can be extracted from the market if you know what you're looking for and you have discipline. But let's take a look at the day. We had what I would call a bullish spike and channel. So there's the bullish spike. Notice the non-overlap on the bodies of the bars. And then we had the channel. So you had a high, a low, a high, a low. It retested this 21 EMA. It got to some key levels, got to another key level. Along the way, there were several good signals. Let's see, there was a bull flag here, which went to a psych level just below 1600. That's where I got out of that one. Psych levels are round numbers. So on this bull flag, I entered on the break above this bear candle at a little over 580 and 3/4, and I went to my take profit at 19,599. And that was fortunate because the next candle, it went right back down to the VWAP. But you can see here we had a 2-bar bearish engulfing, which led to a test of the 21 EMA. And then after it tested the 21 EMA, there it went again, hitting this key level, this pivot point, and then a couple more bull flags. There go the bull flags again. Right now they have over a 76% success rate according to my data, with nearly 300 trades. So I really like the bull flags, and let's not leave the bear flags out. We had 2 bear flags today which were successful. They both went to sell side liquidity, take profit of the VWAP. After that, price went and tested the 21 EMA again. Then it came back down to the VWAP. And at the end of the day, we had a run to buy side liquidity, which took out some buy side liquidity at the high of this bear candle. That's where I got out on an eval. I added a little bit. There's a guy named Al Brooks I've mentioned before. He is the master of price action. And something that he talks about with these spiking channels is there will often be a 2-legged correction and then an attempted retest of the high or the low, whatever the case may be. I find that interesting because here's your bull spike, here's your channel, and then there's 1 leg, and then 2 legs, and then it retested up to that point. And if you look shortly after hours, you'll see it did retest to the high and way beyond. Well, we won't talk about that candle. I think if you watch the news today, you know what that's about, but I just stick with the normal session. But I find it interesting that in the bull spiking channel, we had a 2-legged correction, and then even a double bottom here. You know, another interesting formation before price did seek buy side liquidity. So a very clean day of price action. I love when price moves like this. It doesn't chop around too much. Sure, you had a little bit of consolidation here and there. There were some dojis there, but you know, by and large, several solid moves where price really got good separation from the 21 EMA. There was not overlapping bodies like that up move, that down move. Really clean, really pleased with how price has been moving this week. I only hope it can continue, but we'll see. You know, you just have to take what is given to you and decide if it's the smart thing to do to put capital at risk or not. So that's one of my key things I'm trying to get better at is when it is extremely non-trending and choppy, no need to trade. Just wait for the good stuff and then be confident. VIX today, which is a measure of volatility, sort of in the sweet spot. I think the sweet spot is between 20 and 22. Today it was at 21 and a half. So again, price just making really clean moves, not too crazy. Let's go to the final thing I want to show you. This is my total gain for the day, including my funded accounts. Another solid day, nearly 2,000. I'll go over what happened in my funded accounts, and then I'll talk about a few other things. Let's see. So my Apex funded, I added 186.64. This one is less than 1,000 now from getting a payout. You got to get to 2,600 in profit for that. This is a my funded futures account that I have. that I'm building back up after the debacle of last week. I've almost got it back to where it started, but the good thing is I haven't blown it, and it's only about $600 away from being back to break even. There are no monthly renewal fees on these funded accounts, so, and that's a good thing, and that explains why I'm trading the evals a bit more aggressively. On number 29, I've got to get this to 51,400 because I didn't realize this, but my funded futures has a new consistency rule where any one day's profit cannot be more than 40% of your total profit. So since that's the case, I've got to grow this to 51,400, but that's just about $160 away. Today I added 212, so really happy with how that's coming. If and when I get to that number of 1,400 in profit, I can request a max payout of 1,200, which, if it happens, will be my first payout of the year, since I sort of got thrown into the deep end of the pool and realized I had to do this full time. So let's hope for the best, and I think I'm on the right track now. We've got several other good pieces of news. I passed another eval today, another My Funded Futures. Got it over the 53,000 level. An excellent day on that account. This take profit eval is, is only about 700 away from being funded. Take profit, all of these companies are good. They all have their pros and cons. You know, I like to have diversification with these prop firms, but these are the three that I do business with currently, and you know, I've got, looks like going to have one and then hopefully two more funded accounts within this week. So that'll be 5 funded, and then my goal is just to keep them and grow them. We've got a few other evals. Let's see. This eval has some work to do, but it had a nice gain. This one, I got real aggressive, and I was on the wrong side of the market, but you know, that's okay. It's still alive, and tomorrow's a new day. I didn't blow any accounts today, and what I'm doing is I'm turning these evals into funded, and I want to grow them just like these top 3 every day. If I can get about 10 of these things and trade them smartly and make a couple of hundred a day, I mean, you do the math. That's what I'm going for. It's just a matter of having the mental fortitude to stick with my discipline and my rules, and you know, not get greedy or fearful. And so every day it's a constant battle, and that's the game of trading. Trading is not so much about charts, although you do need to know how to read a chart and place a rational trade. It's really about the mental game, and to me, fear of losing is what I keep battling. And you know, just remembering to take only the best setups during the best times of the day. But I think that's enough for tonight. I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. And if you got any value out of this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please leave a like, smash the like if you like. Sorry about that. And leave a comment, and I would really appreciate it. And until next time, great trading, everyone.